Enchanté.
Alright guys, welcome to another garage update and change video. Today we're actually going to start painting. I just did a couple of videos on the walls and prepping and cleaning. Today we're going to be doing paint. So first thing is the trim. What I've been using, which is actually inside the house, is this interior, I don't know if it's interior or not, but it's a paint and primer specifically for trim, semi-gloss. And I'll show you in just a second. We don't have a ton of trim in this garage. I might add some. It's around the door and around that door, but I just want to get the white trim cleaned and painted white. And the walls went with bare. It's pretty good for the money, and for the garage, I think that this makes sense. I actually went with an eggshell enamel, which you can see right there, and the color is right there, which is Harbor Gray. So the Benjamin Moore color Harbor Gray, if you just Google it, it'll come up and you can tell Home Depot or whatever, that's the color you want. So that's the color we're going with. I went with eggshell because it's pretty easy to clean, it hides imperfections, and it's not too glossy. There's a lot of different debate on for garages if you should do exterior paint, you should do glossy paint, you should do matte paint. I just kind of chose the middle ground, and the eggshell is a good paint for like a somewhat high traffic area, like an interior high traffic area. So if you have kids or something that get the walls nasty, it's kind of made to be like touched up or clean. So I just figured for a garage it made sense. I just couldn't, I had to decide, and that's just kind of what I went with. So I know some of you guys do different, you do satin or you want to do semi-gloss or whatever. They're all pretty close, but I think this is a happy medium. So let me take you around, give you the game plan, and then we will get to painting the garage.
Ooh. Do you want me to redo it?
No, just fancy can. Now you have to pour it. Ooh, I forgot about that part. Is it on?
I think so. It's not threading anymore.
All right.
Am I pouring?
Give her hell.
I'm pouring?
You're pouring, so if you mess up, I can blame you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. More. Okay, that's good.
Got it all over the can.
Oh hell yeah. All right, I'm just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for it.
Go for it. Wow, that's beautiful.
Wow. Bro, you should have done an accent wall.
Sick accent wall.
Bro, you know gray makes your cars look ugly. Nice.
Need more paint on that a little bit.
I know, I'm just warming it up, you know? Warming it up. Guys, we are done with the back wall. Don't be confused, this is not an accent wall. This is just the wall we started with, and we are going to continue this color throughout the entire garage. Ideally, we probably would have painted the ceilings first, but we have drywall on the ceilings and kind of this part of the wall, where this part of the wall did not have any drywall work, or there was only like one little patch, and you're supposed to wait 24 hours. So I just figured we would start with the back wall, see how things go, see how our cutting job goes, and man, it looks really good. So I will say, this is definitely the darkest gray I would want in a garage. I know some detail shops or whatever have like black walls so you can see reflections, but for kind of living in and out of and all that stuff, I think this will be perfect. This is a little more dry, so you see it does dry a little lighter. And it looks good with the white trim. So we're gonna be continuing on doing the rest of it, but even this area over here, you can see like where Marissa cut wall, it just looks so like proper, like with the white trim and everything. The door will be painted white. I painted the hinges for now because they were like brown and like pea colored. So They're white. I know it's kind of like a janky move on my end, but figured it's better than it was before. So we got the white trim going, and we got the drywall patched, and then, I don't know, next step is going to be doing, I guess, the rest of the... Alright guys, checking in with you. We are a lot of the way. We have a lot of progress that we've made. I want to kind of give you a rundown of what's going on. What we did was spot treat the areas that we did the drywall on. So that is why there's kind of like random patches, because a lot of times you should kind of prime those. So what we did is we just kind of went across, and anywhere that had drywall, we did like a quick little first coat, and we'll definitely do like a solid second coat. So this is kind of the state of the garage right now. And if you can look over here, well, actually I made a boo-boo up there and over there, which really annoys me, but that's what happens. I've got Marissa cutting, which is much appreciated because that is a huge pain. I'm over here using the 14-inch roller. This thing is a beast. It's perfect for the ceilings. I'm doing the ceilings. As you can see, there's still some imperfections, especially when you put the lights on it. It really just shows off that this ceiling is far from perfect, but I did patch it up a little bit, which that was worse, believe it or not, it was worse, but there's a certain point that I just don't want to chase for weeks and weeks. I need to get the garage painted, so there's a certain acceptance level that I'm willing to have here of imperfections that we can deal with later. But for now, I did all of it and I actually just ran out of the ceiling paint, and right here, like this section I haven't done yet, and then obviously that's not painted, the wall color, but we got a little helper over here. Say hello to the vlog, Zora. She is totally a curious little cat. Oh, she really likes the mic. Oh, she's a little freaked out. Anyways, so we got also this little vent here that we will put there. Just doing a lot of little things, but obviously the trim is really popping, and this gray is really, really nice. There really isn't much sheen to it. There's a little bit like in certain lights, but it's not like that weird, cheesy, like super shiny, glossy looking wall. So that was like something that we really wanted to consider, is there's not really gonna be a lot of dirt on the wall, but if it does get dirty, you know, if I'm working in the car and I like touch the wall by accident or I bump into it or something like that, that's something to consider. Is to making sure that it's easy to touch up, because the last thing you want to do is have a wall where as soon as you get a little smudge, all the touch-ups are very obvious. Okay guys, finally done painting the wall. Benjamin Moore Harbor Gray. Can't even like have my own train of thought anymore. It's been a long 2 days. Full weekend of painting and prepping. It includes prepping and also painting the ceiling in this portion of the garage. So after all of those beautiful B-roll shots, I will give you a final walkthrough. I know this will probably make the video a little more lengthy, but we did the full prep on the walls. We did the 45-minute quick set. Part of that was relocating this. It was like right next to this because they ran the wires through this receptacle here. So I had to drill through this stud, and then I put this little guy right there just because it looks a little more proper. We obviously painted the trim. We are not messing with the doors right now. It's kind of a gross tan color still, but only so much you can do. So we obviously did the trim, and we also did this little crawl space area. I actually initially started painting this with the ceiling paint, but it was nasty wood, kind of like the wood up here, which I'll talk to you guys in a second. I just ended up doing the Kiehl's sort of stain blocker, or whatever it's called. This stuff I just ended up spraying, which is much better. So definitely recommend doing that. While we're over here, this is the vent that we will put over that, which looks much nicer to have that over there. It looks more intentional, a little more proper. As you guys can see, the wall is just beautiful. We did a little bit of touch up. So when you're painting, it looks a little lighter and actually almost not beige, but just, you know, obviously this part isn't dried yet. So that's just kind of what it looks like before it's dry. Next step will be painting all of this. So I actually just decided to do it as far as I could reach. I didn't feel like going like balls to the wall and doing every single piece, because to be honest with you, I can actually just knock this out on a weekday or like an evening or something like that. I wanted to get all the walls done because all the cars are out of the garage and it's just this whole mess. The garage door I will also paint and clean up, but that is not today's project. As you guys can see, it's just like disgusting. So that'll be cleaned up really nice. We painted all up here. Obviously this wood will be the white. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just the gray throughout. We did a pretty good job patching, although every once in a while, like I'm seeing this little area right here, you know, there's just something that you just have to put your foot down eventually and say, I'm not gonna chase absolute perfection here. If you are curious, so we did obviously paint this gray, and I did paint the bottom of it gray as well, like this bottom part right here. I kind of like the idea of white, but for now, I actually got some paint on it and I just decided to keep it gray. Not really a big deal, but just something that I experienced. Let's just go around this way. Oh, so we painted this. I actually painted white. So this is the trim white, and then this is the gray. So you can see a nice little line there, except for that corner. But you can actually see the difference between the white and the gray really nicely with the lights and everything inside here. So that looks really nice. I will be putting blinds, but those obviously are gonna wait till we were done painting. So after, you know, maybe a few weeks out, we'll get some blinds. We're gonna change out the receptacles because they're still the gross tan color. And that's about it. Okay guys, so that's gonna do it. I know that was like a long-winded explanation of just like paint, but I wanted to kind of take you through my thoughts and impressions. Definitely recommend this paint. I totally copied it from Matt. That's what he has in his garage, and I think he's mentioned that like a million different times. So I wanted to try it out, and it's kind of a color that I always imagined in the garage. So it would either be probably this or, you know, between this and white. Like I would probably do a little lighter. I definitely wouldn't do any darker, but man, it looks so good. Like it looks so, like I keep saying, it looks intentional. I mean, it's very intentional because I planned it. So I don't normally ask you guys very much. I don't really ask you to thumbs up the video or buy anything, but I do have affiliate links in the description. So those I get credit for if you buy something. The Obsessed Garage ones I have affiliate links for, and also the Amazon ones are affiliate. So if you go and you click on a product and it brings you to that site, even if you don't buy that product, I still get credit if you buy something else. So that is a great way to support the channel without even really doing anything that you wouldn't already be doing anyway. So I would really appreciate that if you are gonna go buy some detailing stuff or some stuff on Amazon. Click my links and I get a little credit. So with that said, thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys next time.